Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan battle video. In this video we are going to take a look at how the TEQ Great Saiyaman 1 and 2 unit does in the superclass only Extreme Super Battle Road stage. So the TEQ Great Saiyaman 2 and 1 are pretty solid units overall. They're really quite decent. They're easy A. Really kind of beef them up. They got attack and defense of 150%. They also have a 50% evasion chance, which is pretty good. They raise their defense by 50% on super, and they also a special pose category ally buff unit, so that's pretty good. They also debuff the enemy. They debuff their attack by 20% for 2 turns, and they also lower their attack on their super attack. So overall they're pretty solid looking unit. As you can see here, we're getting quite a couple of evasions. We managed to evade Frieza's super attack, we've debuffed him, we've done some decent damage, and a 2 million attack stat is pretty good. Yes, their attack stat is pretty link dependent, like you need good links, but I mean you can see here they pair up great with this physical Great Saiyaman 1 and 2, not 2 and 1. So yeah, pretty nice combo that people can use, a pretty good free-to-play combo. We are using a signature pose team, and that is just, basically because it's a lot of fun. I like the signature pose team. I think they're pretty rad. They got a good mix, good chemistry, good mix, good everything, and they're a pretty nice team to run. A lot of free-to-play options and things like that. A Great Saiyaman 2 and 1 does have an exchange skill, which we're not going to see too well here. You can exchange him when the enemy's HP is 58% or more from the 3rd turn of battle, but it only works when there's only one enemy, so we're not really going to see it too much here. But when they do transform, it's actually pretty good. They turn into Great Saiyaman 1, who greatly raises his attack and defense for 1 turn, and then has Ki +3 and attack and defense of 158%, with an additional 58% attack and defense when performing a super attack, and then even more attack and crit chance per special pose category ally on the team. So pretty much just a straight up upgrade, especially offensively. Like they're very similar defensively, although obviously this Great Saiyaman 1 greatly raises his defense on super, which helps. But yeah, they're pretty solid. They're both really good. I think they provide great utility for the Esbr, just because in Esbr you kind of want to have attack lowering, you want to have stunning, you want to have sealing, you want to have all these things. So for me, I think it provides a lot of great resources overall. The team, functions pretty well, does a pretty good job, and they do a good job as well. I think they're very, very rock solid unit. They've got great free-to-play partners, and they're a free-to-play unit themselves, which is always nice. And yeah, they do really, really good work. We're gonna see them here hit a pretty decent attack stat. This is no item, so 60k is really not too bad at all. They're gonna, attack stat pretty good. 4 million attack stat on the, physical Great Saiyaman 1 and 2, because they share a lot of links with them. The thing is their evasion's nice. 50% is quite reliable. Well, relatively reliable. We'll see later on what it means to be reliable. But yeah, it is quite reliable. 50% evasion. And then you also obviously have the fact that they are going to raise their defense by 50% on super, which means that 60k that they took from that attack probably would have reduced to single digits. Well, not probably, it would have reduced to single digits. So they are pretty good. They are solid. They give a lot of good options. They do a lot of good work. It's very nice to see how well a job they do as a unit, like just in terms of what they provide, what they give. Remember, they're supporting the entire rotation as well, so every other unit is better because they are on the rotation, at least in the special pose team, and most of their best pairing partners are special pose team units. So I don't know, they just look really good. They look really, really solid, and I really like what they bring to the table. We're going to test them out here. We're like going to kind of take a look-see at how their evasion does as a unit, and then we're going to see how well they tank. So yeah, in this situation, they're looking pretty solid. They've got a lot of links active, we've got a lot of support on the rotation, and let's just see how they do. This is Esbr, so they will probably take a fair chunk of damage, but it's going to be nice to see, so you can see what 50% evasion looks like, because it can look really good and it can also look pretty bad at certain points. So I think, rather let's see how they do, and then we can compare it. 134k from hit, 37k from a type neutral, not too bad. And then they get 1 evasion, which is good. We get the attack, so done pretty good so far. And then 117k on the super, so not too bad. This was all without an item, so with an item they would have been perfectly fine. And I think we saw everything they do. They provide a lot of utility. The evasion worked out pretty well. We evaded 1 of 2 supers, so 50%. And yeah, I think they just did a really good job overall. But that's going to be it from me, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like or leave a comment, and I'll try and get back to you. But as always, take care, stay safe, and I will see you guys in the next video. So until then, bye.